It's instantly recognisable the world over. A landmark that has been snapped and shared 1 billion times.
There's no other building like this in the world.
It said thanks, no thanks, and sorry. It's turned blue and yellow for Ukraine, green and gold for the Matildas, and every colour of the rainbow. It's rolled out the bunting for royalty.
Are you ready?
And been the life and soul of every party.
Sydney's great civic cathedral.
From opera to Oprah, from highbrow to high emotion, the house has played host to some of our most memorable occasions. Jon Utsen's now world-famous design was chosen almost by accident, plucked from the reject pile by one of the judges.
He saw what was in the near final pile and said, these are all terribly boring, fished into the discard pile, and there he found Utsen's drawing and said, this is your opera house.
You had to create something like a sculpture which could be seen from all sides.
Sydney could easily have ended up with this, or even this. The chosen location had been used for song, dance and ceremony for thousands of years.
This site is hugely significant to Indigenous people, and that's not lost on us.
On this historic thrust of rock is rising a new sort of building, a concept for a home of culture.
Work got underway in earnest in 1959. It was a bold statement about the values of the emerging nation.
We're in the post-war period. We're really starting to re-examine our national identity and what's our place going to be on the international stage.
Above these tiers will soar the largest arc of the shell roof.
Construction took 14 years and ran 7 times over budget. The cost overruns led to tensions. Utsen famously walked out halfway through.
The consequence of that was that we didn't ever have the opera house that Utsen envisaged.
After all the trials and tribulations of these past 19 years...
Finally, the day some had begun to fear would never arrive.
I have much pleasure in declaring the Sydney Opera House open.
The only person missing was Utsen.
One of the great myths of the Opera House is that Utsen had been ignored at the opening.
While researching the history, he unearthed a letter from Utsen politely declining an invitation to attend.
Was it just a great joy to come across this and to really dispel this rumour that's been so persistent for decades?
Over the years, it's been a stage for freedom fighters and freedom lovers, for princes and popes.
Find a love
for singer Kamal, his first concert would set the tone for his career.
I wanted to do something that was a bit different. So I came up with the idea of a caftan, a gold caftan with no shoes on my feet. So I became the Caftan Kid.
The government of the day declared this building would be the People's House. The doors would be open to every citizen, regardless of class or wealth. A vision that the current custodians say still resonates today.
I feel as if that things have sort of come full circle. We entered a period of elitism and privilege. We appear to be coming out of that period.
The acoustic problems that plagued the concert hall have finally been fixed. The dreaded donuts have been replaced by petals. The auditorium adapted to suit rock as well as Rachmaninoff, hip-hop as well as Haydn.
How you guys feeling?
Every time I've seen a band or an artist play at the Opera House that isn't part of an opera company or classical music, there's a moment where they come on stage and kind of look around and just sort of stop and say, this is really incredible.
A building ahead of its time and seemingly defying the ageing process.
The only challenge is for us who inhabit it to keep producing operas, plays, dance and music that is worthy of this very, very special place.